This week on Wrestle Remarks, Cody has called his shot for SummerSlam against Punk, and Gunther responded with choking out the general manager.
Meanwhile, Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins turned a contract signing into 15 years of anger, jealousy, insults, and one vicious curb stomp.
Oh man, that was a good segment. Oba Femi destroyed an entire group of Texas indie talent while Brock Lesnar just watched. Bayley, WWE future is in question once again, and disturbing new allegations have surfaced regarding what WWE's former board knew about Vince McMahon.
Then we break down SmackDown, Raw, NXT, and make our predictions for Saturday night's main event at Madison Square Garden.
Welcome
to Wrestle Remarks.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, marks of all ages, welcome back to another episode of Wrestle Remarks. I'm Chris.
And I'm pissed off.
Don't piss him off.
And I'm Pat. We'll get into it, though.
And we have another loaded show this week, so you already know the deal. Newswire plus recaps, and closing with our Saturday night's main event predictions. And speaking of Saturday night's main event, we are going to have a watch-along release probably on Saturday since it's the main event. So we'll be checking out the main event 4, where Warrior takes on Ted DiBiase. And I can't remember the rest of the card, but you'll see it once it drops.
And as you know, we're always right. Even when the results say something different, the results are wrong.
Yeah, what he said. But even though that's not how predictions work.
Well, that's how spoilers work.
That's how spoilers work. Now, before we get into the weekly shows, there's a lot happening outside of the ring, including legal stories, possible departures, potential arrivals, contract speculation, injury updates, and one fan altercation that has turned into a full-blown online debate.
And let's lock in because you already know what time it is.
It's time!
It's
time!
It's Newswire time!
And we have to begin with one of the most serious stories of the week. A recent report has revealed additional details from dispositions connected to the shareholder lawsuit involving WWE's merger with UFC under TKO. That lawsuit reportedly will not go to trial because a settlement is pending. But dispositions had already been taken regarding what members of the WWE board of directors knew about the internal investigation into Vince McMahon. Former board member Michelle McKenna reportedly testified that she 100% believed McMahon should not have been allowed to return to the board, and the other board members agreed.
And the important part is the timeline. Mr. McMahon initially retired on July 2022. McKenna joined the board at that September, and she was reportedly asked what she understood about the situation involving McMahon and Janelle Grant. Mm-hmm. According to the report, she said she viewed the allegations as sexual abuse and believed that the situation met the definition of trafficking and not an affair between two adults.
Yeah, another board member, Jeffrey Speed, reportedly testified that the investigation uncovered graphic text messages involving McMahon, Grant, and Brock Lesnar. The messages were allegedly read aloud to board members, although accompanying images were not shown. Grant filed her lawsuit against McMahon, WWE, and John Laurinaitis in January of 2024. Her claims against McMahon and WWE are now proceeding through private arbitration following a joint motion filed in June. We want to emphasize that these remain allegations and legal claims, but these dispositions could become extremely important because they may help establish exactly what WWE leadership knew when they knew it and the information that was handled internally.
Yeah, and this is why the story has never been limited to what Vince McMahon allegedly did. The other question has always been whether the people surrounding him knew enough to act, and whether protecting the company, the merger, or McMahon himself became more important than confronting what allegedly happened.
Yep. Another disturbing story involves allegations from former TNA personality Goldilocks. During an appearance on Busted Open Radio, Goldie described an alleged sexual harassment she experienced while working for the company during its early years. She claimed that the company financial liaison left graphic and threatening voice messages describing what he wanted to do to her.
Goldie said she preserved those messages and brought duplicated recordings to members of TNA management, including Jeff Jarrett, Jerry Jarrett, and Bob Ryder. But according to her account, the alleged harasser remained employed. She then alleged that management hired a sex worker for the employee in the hope that he would stop harassing her.
That's some wild work. Now, to be clear, though, this is Goldilocks' account of events, and people accused have not publicly provided their own detailed responses to these specific claims. But even taken strictly as an allegation, it describes the horrifying failure to protect a performer who says she approached management with recorded evidence. She also says she still has this evidence. Goldie left TNA in 2004, but returned to the company programming early this year after more than 2 decades away.
Wow. And it's also important to hear a story like this and not think about how different the wrestling business used to be behind the scenes, and how many people may have felt they had nowhere to turn to.
Yeah. Also, now Bayley's future has been becoming a major topic after Mercedes Moné posted an hourglass gif after Bayley's appearance on Raw. She also posted a graphic on her stories in Instagram. I think it was like last week, maybe 2 weeks ago, where it was her and Bayley, but Bayley with her actual name on, like, I think it was like Wrestle Dream or something like that on one of the AEW pay-per-views. But reports indicate that Bayley's current WWE contract is expected to expire later this year. WWE reportedly wants to keep her, of course, but no deal has been announced. So, of course, you start posting stuff, people are going to start talking. And
yeah.
After Bayley confronted Lyra Valkyria and challenged her to a match at Saturday night's main event, that's when Mercedes posted the hourglass. Jim Ross also reportedly liked a social media post discussing Bayley potentially joining AEW.
Now, an hourglass is not a contract. It's not a contract. And being friends with Mercedes Moné does not automatically mean Bayley is leaving WWE, of course.
Yeah, of course. But Mercedes knows exactly what she's doing when she posts something like that. She knows Bayley's contract situation is being discussed, and she knows fans are going to connect the dots.
Yes, and Bayley would be one of the biggest free agents available if she did leave. This is not somebody WWE can casually replace.
No, it isn't.
And she is a Grand Slam champion, a Royal Rumble winner, one of the Four Horsemen, and somebody who helped carry multiple generations of WWE's women's division.
That she did, but at this stage, there is no confirmation that Bayley has decided to leave. But until a new WWE contract is announced, speculation is going to keep on going either way. And, I mean, she's helping her out once it comes to contract negotiations, because then they're going to see that and be like, oh, they might offer her more money. WWE might offer her more money, so she's just doing what a friend does, you know?
Yeah, I guess so.
Just trying to help somebody out with more money. Staying with uncertain futures, though, Keith Lee is reportedly believed by some within wrestling to be finished in the ring. Brian Alvarez reported that people he has spoken with, believe Lee may be retired from professional wrestling, not just finished with AEW, but retired as a whole. However, Keith Lee has not publicly announced his retirement, and AEW has not officially confirmed that his career is over.
Yes, and I actually did see something. Keith Lee has not wrestled since defeating Brian Cage in December 2023.
Wow.
Yeah, he was scheduled to compete at World's End that month, but was removed from the card. He later revealed that he was dealing with an injury that originally began in 2022. There are reported discussions about bringing him back to AEW television, but those plans never moved forward.
Yeah, we've talked about those plans that never move forward. It's unfortunate. Now, this is one of the situations where we should just wait to hear from Keith Lee directly. He has previously told fans that he was healthy, and the decision regarding his return was not entirely in his hands. Until Keith says he's retired, there's still a difference between people believing his career is over and Keith Lee officially closing the door himself.
Yes. But if this is a true end, this is frustrating because Keith Lee is one of those performers who left like he had another run waiting for him.
Yeah. Now, in some other news, Michin appeared to confirm that her and Lee are divorced. The subject came up in the comments under one of her TikTok videos when fans debated whether the two were still together. Michin responded saying they were not and said that they had been separated more than a year ago.
Super unfortunate. There is not much for us to add beyond that. They are both public figures, but this is still their personal life.
Yeah, exactly. We wish both of them the best moving forward.
True.
Someone had said something to the extent of Keith Lee's a lucky man, and then she said, we're not together or something like that. Something to that extent. Then somebody else was like, where have I been? When did this happen? And she said, it's been more than a year ago. So,
yeah, I did hear that information, but I took it with a grain of salt, but I didn't know it was true.
Now, CM Punk is once again at the center of an argument involving fans approaching wrestlers at hotels. After a WWE live event in Las Cruces, Punk posted and later deleted an Instagram story thanking fans while asking them not to follow wrestlers back to their hotels. A mother claimed Punk had ignored her 6-year-old son and another child while the family was staying at the same hotel as several WWE performers.
The mother insisted that her family did not follow Punk from the arena. She said that they happened to arrive at the hotel around the same time, and the child recognized them and Punk walked past them without waving or acknowledging them. She also posted photos of the children meeting other wrestlers at the hotel, including Trick Williams, Charlotte Flair, and Oba Femi. Those posts have since been deleted.
Yeah, and the debate became extremely divided. One side argued that Punk could have simply waved at the 6-year-old child. Others argue that performers are off the clock and they return to their hotels. You shouldn't expect them to interact with anybody.
Yeah, my opinion is that both things can be true. A wave could have been a nice moment for the kid, but Punk was also not obligated to stop, take pictures, or interact while returning to his hotel.
And fans should understand that hotels, airports, restaurants, and private travel time are different from scheduled appearances. You may be disappointed that somebody doesn't stop, but disappointment does not automatically mean the wrestler did something wrong.
Exactly.
And Punk has been a big supporter of, let us have our private time.
Yeah.
So a lot of people know that. I would assume you try to leave him alone, but that's just me. I know it probably did suck for that little 6-year-old. That's unfortunate.
You just created another MJF, bro. Dang you, Punk.
Now, WWE has officially revealed the details for its new paid program, the Club WWE, The annual membership will cost $99, advertised as $8.25 per month when purchasing the full year. Benefits include early access tickets, exclusive merchandise opportunities, points and rewards system, a community forum, bonus content, and a founding member package. Founding members will also receive an exclusive SummerSlam ticket offer, although complete details have not been announced.
Yeah, WWE has found another way to ask fans for $100 again.
Yeah, for real. They're really looking to make some money, I guess. The value is going to depend entirely on what exclusive actually means.
Yeah.
If the early ticket access is useful, the merchandise is worthwhile, and the rewards are realistic, hardcore fans may see value in it.
Yeah, but if the reward system is spend $5,000 and you get a digital sticker of R-Truth, we have a problem. Definitely.
Especially when fans are already paying for streaming subscriptions, event tickets, merchandise, meet and greets, and travel. The program may work, but WWE will have to prove that this is a real fan membership, not just another one of their layers of monetization.
Yes.
Now, WWE is also collaborating with Real Short on a live action micro drama designed on vertical viewing. So Drew McIntyre, Joe Hendry, and Jacob Fatu are expected to appear alongside vertical content actors Mark Herman and Chase Matson. Filming is scheduled to begin next month, with the series expected to premiere in the fall.
So WWE is making wrestlers soap operas for people who refuse to rotate their phones.
Essentially, these micro dramas are shorts, obviously serialized stories designed for mobile audiences. WWE believes its performers can interact with a new group of viewers while expanding beyond the traditional wrestling programming. Paul Heyman is also expanding outside of the wrestling bubble. Heyman has co-founded Podrophenia, a new media and creator development company based in Manhattan. The company is being launched through partnership involving Elvis Duran Group, Looking for Larry, and MCM Studios. Podrophenia provides audio and video production, post-production, creative development, marketing, distribution, sponsorship support, and audience growing strategies.
Yeah, that actually sounds like a very natural move for Heyman. Before most wrestlers understood how important the internet would become, Heyman was already experimenting with digital content, viral promotions, and the ways to build personalities outside traditional television.
Yeah, and instead of operating like the standard podcast studio, Heyman says the goal is to customize the presentation for each host and concept. WWE is also reportedly preparing to add several names to their roster. The Australian tag team known as the Dropout, Scott Green and the Tuckmen, are expected to join after participating in a recent tryout. The Tuckmen has attracted attention through a viral entrance that circulated repeatedly online.
Yes, they keep growing the list of rumored arrivals. Hiromu
Tanahashi.
Yeah, Tanahashi. I was gonna say Tanahashi, but I wanted to try to at least pronounce it. And Richard Holiday have both been linked to WWE, while Enzo and Big Cass have been rumored for possible returns.
Ooh, you hear that, Rain?
Yes, sir.
We needed it anyway.
We sure did. It's been hot down here in Texas.
Richard Holiday added to the speculation too after leaving his boots following a GCW match against Bear Bronson. The crowd gave him a thank you chant, and the commentary team referenced rumors about WWE's interest. There's still no official confirmation that Holiday has signed, but the moment certainly looked like a farewell.
Yeah, and if WWE really brings back Enzo and Cass together, that reaction is going to be ridiculous. Whatever anybody thinks about them individually, the entrance and that crowd participation used to shake buildings.
Yeah,
Bada boom, realest guy in the room.
How you doing?
If you don't like Enzo,
it's because y'all's a couple of haters.
Thank you. Thank you. Took the words right out of my mouth.
A couple of haters.
Yes.
Oh man, they did show that cast promo on Monday, which we'll talk. I think I have it in there, so we should be able to talk about it a little more. It didn't have Enzo in it, though. It was just Cass.
Well, I did see that there was reports of Cass coming.
I wonder if it's just gonna be Cass coming and then Enzo comes out later.
Yeah.
Because or they might tease it, and then next week is gonna be a tease for Enzo.
They just make sure that his graphic doesn't have him covering. You remember?
Yeah.
Big ASX.
Big ass.
Yeah.
Oh man, for real. That was just like what was it? Balls or whatever.
Oh yeah.
Great balls of fire.
Yes.
Oh man. But I'm excited for Richard Holiday, man. This guy, I've been saying for years, deserves a contract. I don't care where, but he deserves one. Finally, he's getting one.
Yes, sir.
He's been with MLW for a while before doing his thing in the Indies and getting kind of a more serious gimmick, because before he was with MJF and they had their whole thing.
Yeah.
What was it? The Dynasty? I think it was called the Dynasty. It's been so long.
Well, we were talking about hourglasses, and I'm just waiting for that hourglass. Yes, I was waiting for that.
Now, Santos Escobar's 90-day non-compete period is nearing its end. He recently teased that fans would soon see what destiny has waiting for him. Reports indicate conversations with CMLL could resume once he becomes a free agent.
That would be interesting, an interesting move, because CMLL is working with AEW. They got a working relationship that could open more than one door. Forbidden doors. Ooh. He could rebuild himself in Mexico while also potentially appearing on AEW programming.
Which only ups your stock.
Yeah, it does.
Santos returned to WWE back in October 2025, but never wrestled on the main roster after that. During that run, he really didn't have much going on except for a mouthpiece for LWO, and then that dwindled, and then the new LWO, and that dwindled. He spent most of his time working with Triple A and was released while recovering from triceps therapy. Or surgery, excuse me. Wherever he goes next, he needs a promotion that is going to constantly feature him, though. He's a great talent. He just needs that time. That TV time. Now, Buddy Matthews says he's officially been medically cleared to return to the ring. Matthews suffered an injury during his entrance at AEW Grand Slam Australia back in February 2025. His recovery was complicated by nerve damage and numbness. He posted that, quote unquote, the devil signed the clearance, and that only the timing of his return remains to be unknown.
Yeah, he's expected to compete during World Series Wrestling Australia and New Zealand tour later this year. There is still no confirmed date for his AEW return, but after such a long recovery, simply being cleared is huge news.
Yeah, it is. Now, Stephanie McMahon could be reportedly returning around SummerSlam. WWE is said to be targeting either the week before or the event, or before the event or the event itself. So that could be the time that La Primera returns. Creative plans were reportedly discussed previously, as we talked about when they were trying to bring her for Clash, I think it was, but WWE decided to wait.
Yes, Raw's women's division needs her. There are talented people on the show, but Vaquer brings a completely different presence. She feels dangerous before the bell even rings.
Yeah, they could use some more talent on that women's roster, especially not featuring the Tag Women's Championship as much as they were for a while there. So we could see a better presentation of the women's division. I feel like the tag kind of got thrown by the wayside after it ended up being not the Bellas, and they just threw it on Paige and Brie.
No.
Speaking of notes, Bryan Danielson remains a part of AEW's creative team despite being absent from television. His ongoing neck problems have reportedly made flying extremely painful, limiting how often he can actually travel. There has been also speculation that Danielson is spending more time at home with his children while his wife Brie Bella works a full WWE schedule.
Daniels does not need to be on television every week to influence the product. But if the flying has become that painful, his health has to come before commentary or creative meetings.
Yeah, for sure. You know, it took him so long to even get cleared to even come back. So he does need to take care of that. And of course, you know, the kids. Someone has to watch the kids.
Yeah.
Former WWE star Dakota Kai has responded to fans labeling her as injury prone. Kai acknowledged that she experienced a difficult stretch of injuries, including the ACL in 2023, a torn meniscus the following year, and a concussion later in her WWE run. She said she understands why the perception exists, but believes much of it came down to bad luck.
Injury prone can become a label that follows somebody even after they recover. Every time they take a hard bump, fans immediately assume something happened again.
Which, I mean, you can't be faulting the fans for anything like that. Like, you don't want to see anybody hurt.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, for those who actually care. I just hear Russell remarks.
But Kai took a break after leaving WWE in 2025 and returned to the ring later, facing Chris Statlander in March and Shotzi Blackheart in April. The best way to change that perception is exactly what she said. Stay healthy, keep wrestling, and remind people what she can do. Now, Steve Maclin says he requested his release from TNA after creative frustrations began affecting his income. Maclin was working under a per-date agreement rather than a guaranteed salary. He said reduced bookings meant reduced pay, even while other wrestlers were reportedly allowed to work elsewhere and still receive money from TNA.
That is the key difference. Creative frustration is one thing, but when creative decisions start cutting the number of dates you work, it directly affects your family and your ability to make a living.
Yeah, Maclin said TNA President Carlos Silva attempted to make changes, but Maclin had already decided to move on. He was pleased with his final match as he went up against Mike Santana and said once he closes the door, he doesn't usually reopen it. So I'm assuming that means he's not going to end up ever going back to WWE because he closed that door, right?
I guess so.
Now AEW has reportedly filed lawsuits against Ring Productions LLC, the company behind the Queen of the Ring movie. AEW claims it is still owed more than $105,000 under a sponsorship agreement. AEW promoted the movie through sponsored matches, arena trailers, social media campaigns, and appearances from cast members.
Yeah, AEW is seeking $100,000 in unpaid fees, more than $5,000 in talent, travel expenses, and additional interest.
Yeah, the film told the story of wrestling pioneer Mildred Burke and featured appearances from Naomi, Mickie James, Toni Storm, and Britt Baker. And, oh man, it just sucks to know that they got the crap end of the stick from that movie. It's unfortunate, but we'll have to keep an eye on this one and see where it goes from here, especially because it's a lot of cash to just leave by the wayside and call a loss. Ethan Page revealed that WWE emailed him in 2020 and essentially told him to stop pursuing the company because he would never be hired. The message arrived after Page had decided to leave TNA, and at the time when the AEW was just a possible spot, not a guarantee. He recorded his immediate reaction and asked himself whether he was going to accept the answer or use it as motivation.
Yeah, 4 years later, he debuted in WWE. Now he is on the main roster, and the company that allegedly said never is paying him to appear on Raw.
That does not mean every rejection ends with a success story, but the reminder is that never in wrestling often means not right now. And it's crazy to think that he kept going and still made it. Man, it's a nice success story. He says that he still has the footage of him when he received the letter and read it because he took video of it for a vlog. He's just waiting for WWE to ask for it so he can sell it to him.
I was going to say something about his ego, but I didn't really have to after that sentence you just said.
Now, Maxine Dupree says she has joined the Vision because she wanted to surround herself with the best and because she believes Austin Theory will protect her. She also views Paul Heyman as somebody capable of elevating her career. Maxine questioned why she should return to Chad Gable and the Alpha Academy after everything Gable has done to the group. She's also claimed that Otis and Akira Tozawa were holding her back.
I'm not happy with Maxine right now. That last part is how you know she has officially turned. There is no coming back from looking Otis in the face and telling him that he's a problem.
Yeah, because Otis is never the problem.
You know why Maxine is acting like she is? Because she's mediocre. Becky told us, and look at her now.
Now let's move through the rest of this week's Newswire with some quick hits. Tiffany Stratton says wrestling remains her main focus, although she would not reject Hollywood if an opportunity appeared. She is also excited to return to Minnesota for SummerSlam and called the event her personal favorite over WrestleMania.
Yeah.
So that's gonna be exciting for her. She hasn't had a match just yet for SummerSlam. I'd imagine it is coming. We will see something solidify here soon. Good for Tiffany wanting to stay. She says she wants to be considered one of the greatest women to ever do it.
Yes. Natty will compete at NWA 78 on July 25th in Philadelphia. She will face NWA Women's Tag Team Champions Kenzie and Kyle Page in a triple threat match. Kylie, sorry.
But it's exciting to see this actually come to fruition.
Mm-hmm.
You wouldn't have expected to see Natty on NWA even 2 years ago.
Natty's like Snoop Dogg. She just be doing all these side quests.
I'm excited to see what kind of eyes she can bring to that product and grow NWA because I'm really loving that they're letting these people, some people, I mean, you know, I'm sure it varies by person to person or what the booking is going to look like. But it's exciting to see that they're propping up some of these smaller companies because they do deserve that traction and those eyes because they do have good products. They just don't have the fan base to drive that product just yet.
Yeah.
Now Moose has celebrated 10 years with TNA. During that run, he has become two-time TNA World Champion, a former X Division champion, and two-time Impact Grand Champion when they had that. I believe he won that from Bobby Lashley, didn't he?
Bobby who?
Lashley.
Bobby
Lashley.
He's all evil now.
Yeah, I know. Freaking Leo, right?
It's hilarious. It's great. I love it. He's the main reason I don't want to watch AEW. I'll be honest with you. AEW Full Gear will take place in Phoenix, Arizona on November 14th. WWE will also hold a double SmackDown and Raw taping in Cleveland on August 28th with a August 31st episode and Raw being taped that same night.
Yeah, so they're gonna tape Raw and SmackDown on one Monday, I believe is what it is, and then on Friday they're gonna tape SmackDown and Raw. So we're gonna have about 2 weeks of tape shows.
Okay.
Which is odd. What is the purpose of that? Is there a holiday around August?
It's like Memorial Day.
Is it?
I think so.
And we take a moment to remember Doug Stahl, better known as Super Destroyer number 2, who passed away at 63, alongside AJ Petrucci. Excuse me. Stahl became one half of the inaugural ECW Tag Team Champions. Their 283-day reign remains the longest individual reign in the championship's history. Our condolences go out to the family, friends, and everyone who knew him.
Yes. And finally, this week marked 42 years since Black Saturday. On July 14th, 1984, wrestling fans turned on TBS expecting Georgia Championship Wrestling and found Vince McMahon turn into Thanos and snapped everyone else away for the World Wrestling Federation.
Yeah, McMahon had purchased the television time slot and replaced the regional product with his own national presentation. The backlash was immediate. Ratings fell. Viewers flooded TBS with complaints, and McMahon eventually sold the time slot to Jim Crockett Promotions. But the moment exposed the strategy that would transform wrestling. Control distribution, expanded nationally, absorb talent, and eliminate territorial competition.
Some people view Black Saturday as the beginning of wrestling becoming a worldwide industry. Others view it as the day the business began losing its regional identity.
I mean, both are true. It helped create the global wrestling business we recognize today, but the growth came at the expense of promotions and traditions that had been built over generations. And with that, we disconnect from the newswire and head in to Friday night's SmackDown. SmackDown opened up with Nick Aldis announcing that he had officially been reinstated as general manager following mediation over his recent physical altercation with Gunther, and announcing the arrival of CM Punk. Punk revealed that he had spent the previous 2.5 months negotiating with WWE management, NBC Universal, USA Network, and Aldis to move to SmackDown. Those negotiations were accelerated when WWE suddenly needed a challenger for the championship on Raw.
Yeah, Punk said when championship opportunities fall out of the sky, CM Punk catches them. He promised to be a fighting champion, defending the title on television and place the biggest possible target on his back. He then started naming challengers: Sami Zayn, Gunther, who he was skeptical about, but we'll get back into that Punk later. Finn Balor running it back, and Royce Keys, Damian Priest, and Trick Willie.
But there was one obvious name that he didn't mention.
Dun dun. Wrestling has more than one royal family.
Cody Rhodes came to the ring and reminded Punk that some championship matches do not fall out of the sky. Some are built for years. Punk admitted they had been subconsciously avoiding facing one another because of their friendship. He believed that the match might eventually happen in a SummerSlam main event. Cody made it clear that neither man could wait or run from each other anymore. Punk asked when. Cody answered SummerSlam. The two shook hands, and Nick Aldis officially announced CM Punk versus Cody Rhodes for the Undisputed Championship.
Yes, the handshake looked respectful, but SummerSlam is still weeks away, and wrestling friendships become fragile when a world championship sits between them.
That it does. Now, Finn Balor defeated Tama Tonga despite repeated interference from Tama Tonga. Tala tripped Finn, attacked him outside the ring, and later distracted him on the top rope. Tama nearly capitalized with Valino, or is that how you say
Valino?
it? Valino.
I guess.
But Finn survived, sent Tamatonga outside, and wiped him out with the dive. Then the finish of the match was with the coup de grace.
Yes, and Finn immediately escaped before Tala could get his hands on him. That's called winning the match and preserving your life. For real.
That big ass dude.
Yeah, that's a big old dude.
Do you think they're gonna continue with this whole Tonga situation?
I don't really see it going nowhere. I mean, unless they come to like a mutual agreement and then we get a new club.
Yeah, I don't really see the point in it if you didn't bring back the club.
I mean, I guess like let's say like Cody needs some help. You know what I'm saying? Eventually, or he goes.
Do you think he could get Bullet Club trademark? I know New Japan has it, but technically he's the one who came up with it. No?
Who?
Finn?
Maybe. Yeah, but that's yeah, because he even said that on Cody's podcast. That you're a shooter, and then you know what I'm saying, like club and stuff like that. Yeah, so maybe, who knows? Working with Cody too, and then maybe AJ. You know what I'm saying? Who knows?
Now Jimmy Uso and Jacob Fatu came to the ring looking for Solo Sikoa, but Royce Keys interrupted. Royce told Jimmy that the Bloodline's family drama was affecting everybody around them. Then Jimmy dismissed him because he's not family, you know? But Royce responded that blood doesn't make somebody family. Loyalty does.
Mm-hmm.
Keys described Jacob as a brother for 14 years and refused to stand by while Jacob destroyed himself.
Yes, Jimmy wanted Royce that Jimmy wanted Royce that told Royce he was crossing the line and that he could not come back from that.
No.
Yeah, Royce stepped that line and blocked Jimmy's sucker punch and dropped him with a lariat. Jacob then surprised everybody by refusing to help Jimmy. He told Jimmy that his fight was his problem and walked away.
Which was surprising.
Yeah.
For everybody there. That led directly to an impromptu match between Royce and Jimmy. Solo Sikoa eventually appeared in the crowd and attacked Jimmy. Jacob ran down and fought Solo, but Royce became angry when Jacob took things too far. Jacob responded by super kicking Royce and crushing him with the senton. Jimmy slid a chair into the ring. Jacob wrapped it around Solo's neck. Royce stopped Jacob before he could deliver the running hip attack, allowing Jimmy to spear the distracted Royce and steal the victory.
Yeah, and Jacob then told Solo to come to Raw because next time he would not stop. The Bloodline story now has Jimmy trying to control Jacob, Royce trying to save Jacob, Solo fighting against Jacob, Roman still hovering above the situation, of course. And did you check out my boy Jimmy's attire? He had the caution tape.
Yes, I looked at Ashley and I was like, does this mean she's coming back?
Maybe, I hope so. Caution.
I hope so. Now, Jade Cargill defeated Alexa Bliss after a chaotic match involving Charlotte Flair and the baddies, of course. B-Fab tripped Alexa behind the ref's back. Charlotte responded by attacking Jade from the outside, and the interference quickly escalated. Jade eventually connected with the pump kick and adjaded for the victory, but the real damage was after the bell.
Yes, the baddies overwhelmed Charlotte. Jade wrapped a steel chair around Alexa's left arm and shoulder, bent the arm backwards and slammed the chair down across it. Alexa was taken to the trainer's room while Charlotte stayed by her side. This was not just Jade trying to defeat Charlotte's friend. She wanted Charlotte to feel responsible for what happened.
Yeah, she did. And I love how Alexa sells that arm. She's gotten me with that before.
Oh, yeah, with Ronda?
Like, Ronda? Yeah. I love the way she sells that dislocated arm. It's great. Now, Trick faced Carmelo Hayes in a non-title match after Lil Yachty presented Trick with the customized United States Championship covered in mink.
That was beautiful.
Trick and Melo delivered a competitive match built around their history and familiarity with one another. Melo appeared ready to connect with Nothing But Net when Baron Corbin comes out of nowhere and attacks him, forcing a no contest.
Then Baron Corbin completely wrecked Trick Willie. He drove Trick into the ring post and delivered 2 end of days. I was hoping for a deep 6 before posing with the customized championship. Corbin did not just interrupt the match. He walked in and treated the U.S. championship like a target.
He does have a beautiful deep 6.
And we get to why I'm pissed off. I'm big mad.
Where's your guitar at? Throughout the night, Gunther demanded that Nick Aldis change the SummerSlam Championship match. Gunther believed he belonged in the ring with Punk, Cody, or both. Aldis responded by giving Gunther both men, but not at SummerSlam. At Saturday night's main event this Saturday, CM Punk and Cody Rhodes will team together against Gunther and Sami Zayn.
But Aldis refused to change the SummerSlam main event. CM Punk versus Cody Rhodes remained official. Gunther responded by putting his dirty little fingers all over the greatest general manager of all time. And he's soon to find out the greatest wrestler of all time, Magnus, a.k.a. multiple-time NWA champion. I can go on for days, bro.
Gunther repeatedly applied the sleeper hold while officials desperately tried to pull him away. Every time they separated him, here comes Gunther like an anaconda, just crimping it in. Mm-hmm. Nick Aldis began to lose consciousness before Cody finally sprinted towards the ring as SmackDown went off the air.
Nick Aldis has been back for one night and already needs another medical leave.
And now we move to Monday as we get into Monday Night Raw. Raw opened with Paul Heyman, Brock Lesnar, and a group of men presented as the Dallas police officers. He claimed Oba Femi had become dangerously obsessed with Brock after turning down a guaranteed championship opportunity. He also admitted Brock had become obsessed with Oba. To protect his investment, Heyman claimed that he obtained restraining orders preventing Brock and Oba coming within 100 yards of each other.
Oba came to the stage demanding a fight. Heyman ordered the officers to remove him, and that was a bad decision.
Yeah, bad decision for all that Texas indie talent.
And especially that short one that got thrown out the dang ring first.
Oh, Jesus.
My little cousin called it. He was watching it with me. He's like, what that short little dude gonna do? He gonna get it.
Yeah, I reacted to that one real quick. I was like, oh, jeez. That poor guy.
Looked like T-Rocket blasting
hard.
off again. Yeah.
But one of them was from here in San Antonio, Max Castellanos. So
he knows everybody, man.
So that was cool to see him there. There was also another one from Reality of Wrestling. I forget his name. But cool to see some guys get a little work.
Yes, sir.
But don't hurt these guys. Come on, Oba. Watch out, bro.
He's the ruler.
Oba entered that ring and just demolished every single one of the officers. He had accused Brock of hiding behind mind games, low blows, sneaking people, and Paul Heyman. Oba told Brock that inside Hell in the Cell at SummerSlam, there was no running, no games, and just nowhere to hide. Nowhere to run to, baby. Nowhere to hide. Then Io defeated Roxanne Perez despite interference from Liv Morgan and Raquel. They just can't get a break, can they? I guess that curse is really eating them away.
Yeah, that's what
Roxanne repeatedly attacked Io because her knee. She has that knee issue, so she was focused on that knee the entire match. But Io countered with the O'Connor roll into a pinning combination of her own for the victory. The Judgment Day attacked after the bell, bringing Sol Ruca out to make the save.
So briefly cleared the ring, but Raquel caught her outside and swung her head against the barricade before driving her into the ring post with a powerbomb, of all things. Then Liv hit the Oblivion on Io and struck her with the Women's World Championship. Io won the match, but the Judgment Day controlled the final damage. And the final image, of course.
Yeah, they always do.
They had that kill cam, like on Call of Duty.
That kill cam. Good stuff. Speaking of cam.
Oh, gosh.
Well, it's Cam action, dog.
And Cam looks like Cam ain't getting no action because Austin Theory all over his girl.
The Vision celebrated Austin Theory and Braun Breaker becoming the World Tag Team Champions, while officially introducing Maxine Dupree as the Vision Queen. Otis and Akira Tozawa confronted Maxine and begged her to come home. Maxine blamed them for making her choose between Alpha Academy and her man Austin Theory.
Otis tried to tell Maxine how he felt, but this bald Justin Timberlake mocked him, insulted him, and attacked him. Otis fought back against the Vision until Maxine stepped between them. She then teased kissing Otis, freezing him in place. Theory hit him with a low blow. Maxine shoved Otis away, and Braun Breaker speared Tozawa. Poor Tozawa.
Oh man, he almost
Tozawa felt Breaker's power.
Obliterated Tozawa.
He felt the power.
There ain't no power of Tozawa no more.
For real. It looks like the power got knocked out.
Maxine then handed Theory brass knuckles before Braun finished Otis with a massive spear. The Vision stood over Alpha Academy, and whatever sympathy Maxine had once disappeared in that moment.
Yeah.
Now Royce Keys faced Jimmy Uso again in another impromptu match. Jacob Fatu attacked Royce, causing the disqualification, and began brutalizing him with the chair. That brought out Solo Sikoa. Solo begged Jacob to stop. He admitted that he had been lost, said he understood that blood was thicker than water, and declared that he was coming home to the family.
Yeah, then Solo put his finger in the air and immediately spiked Jimmy Uso. Solo attacked Jimmy and Jacob, revealing that the reunion was a trap. Royce joined the fight, but Jimmy and Jacob regained control. But nah. Then LA Knight entered with a chair and started swinging.
Knight challenged Jimmy, Jay, and Jacob to face him, Keys, and Sikoa at SummerSlam. That match has not been officially announced just yet, but Knight made his intentions clear. He wants to put the Bloodline in the rearview mirror.
How many times has this guy said that?
For real. Now, Bayley called out Lyra Valkyria to the ring in an attempt to address their broken relationship. Lyra looked like Sadness from freaking Inside Out.
No, Lyra looked like when they tried to debut Sister Abigail with Bray and they had all that hair in front of her.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Lyra refused to apologize. Instead, she accused Bayley of holding her back, obsessing over past relationships, and dragging down the people around her. Then Lyra delivered the most painful personal line of the segment. She called Bayley a doormat. She said her face did not belong on posters and labeled her as the worst four horsewoman.
Bayley reminded Lyra that she was talking to a Grand Slam champion, a Royal Rumble winner, and one half of the first women's tag team champions, which we talked about, Sasha Banks. I don't think that was a coincidence either. Then Bayley revealed they would face each other at Saturday night's main event.
Bayley blocked Lyra's first cheap shot, but Lyra eventually overwhelmed her, stomping her into the mat and dropped Bayley with a Bayley to belly. Lyra did not steal Bayley's move. She just wanted to pretty much humiliate her with it. Then Raw featured a 7-man tag gauntlet to determine who will challenge Penta for the Intercontinental Championship at SummerSlam. Dominic Mysterio defeated Joe Hendry before Danhausen's arrival distracted Dominic and allowed Javon Evans to eliminate him. Evans then caught Dragon Lee with a surprise roll-up before being forced unconscious in Rusev's accolade. Chad Gable entered next and survived Rusev with a victory roll, but Rusev attacked Gable after being eliminated, giving Ethan Page an enormous advantage, or so we thought. But Gable survived the confidence breaker, countered Page's attempt at an avalanche move, and forced him to submit with an ankle lock.
Yes.
Gable earned his opportunity and shared a respectful handshake with Penta afterward. Man, I was really hoping for Javon.
That was beautiful.
But then when Chad Gable came out, I was like, oh, okay, I see what we're doing.
Then we heard Gable, F yeah, America.
Dana.
The freaking Gable. The eagle.
Oh, man. Oh, but finally they're putting a rocket strap on our man Gable.
Because AJ freaking Styles said they'd be.
They should have a long time ago.
Yeah, exactly. A long time ago. Shorty G a long time ago.
Now Raw closed with Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins signing the contract for their World Heavyweight Championship match at SummerSlam. Seth signed immediately and reminded Roman that there are 3 guarantees in life: death, taxes, and Seth Rollins beating Roman Reigns. Roman responded that Seth was the Tribal Chief's #1 hater. Oh, hate.
Couple haters.
And being a hater was the only thing Seth had ever been #1 at.
Roman said SummerSlam would expose the difference between them. Seth thanked Roman for keeping the championship warm and attempted to leave. Then that is when Roman stopped playing nice.
Yeah, Roman questioned whether Seth could handle being the top guy without getting injured again.
I felt that. I know he felt them injuries and that sting too.
Yep. And then Roman attacked Seth's deepest insecurity. He said Seth still needed Money in the Bank briefcase to become champion, and even had to fake an injury to use it.
Roman called Seth #2. He's just a big #2.
Yeah, he said WWE had given him everything associated with Roman Reigns, and claimed Seth still could not fill his shoes.
Yeah. Seth immediately. Sorry, this #2 had me. Seth attempted those words hurt because he already said every one of them to himself. But Seth said he finally learned to be proud of who he was and what he represented. He declared himself a visionary, a revolutionary, and Seth freaking Rollins.
I love when Brock did that.
And said he was glad he was not Roman Reigns.
Then Seth punched Roman. The fight exploded around the contract table. Roman briefly stopped his curb stomp with the Superman punch, but Seth struck him with the microphone, delivered a pedigree, and planted Roman with the stomp.
Excuse me.
Seth stood over the World Heavyweight Champion as Raw went off the air.
That did not feel like a normal contract signing. That felt like 15 years of resentment finally spilling out in front of everybody. Everybody!
And from Raw, we head on to NXT. NXT opened with the Vanity Project defending the Tag Team Championships against Shawn Legacy and Dorian Bondu. Legacy and Du came extremely close to winning after connecting with the Standing Spanish Fly, Blue Thunder Bomb, and several guys to the outside, but Mika Lockwood and Jackson Drake repeatedly interfered. Lockwood and sent Deuce to the floor. Baylor drove Legacy into the steel steps, and Vanity Project couldn't finish with a double team stomp and a reverse DDT combination.
Yes, and the challengers looked like they could win championships. Sorry, did I read that right? The challengers looked like they could win the championships. But Vanity Project once again proves that beating 2 champions is difficult when you're actually fighting an entire group.
Yeah, for real.
Exactly.
Tristan Angels then came out to the ring with Shadow Hills 52. Christian mocked Shadow's appearance, called him a creepy hillbilly, and stomped the tooth into pieces on the steel steps. No. Did you see when he moved the tooth and
yes.
He noticed because he had the glove and he's just like,
yeah, he's so good at what he's doing, bro. I like it.
Oh man, Shadow appeared on the screen and admitted the tooth helped him look normal, but losing it had changed his mind. He warned Tristan of that perception is not always reality. Then Shiloh repeatedly said the fog is coming before maniacally laughing uncontrollably.
That guy just was. Tristan wanted to embarrass Shiloh. Instead, he may have unlocked something much worse.
Yeah, what the hell? What's the fog?
I don't know, bro.
Is there going to be something to this? I guess we'll have to wait and see. Naraku defeated Tate Wilder and continued building momentum towards another NXT Championship opportunity. Tony D'Angelo later stormed into Robert Stone's office demanding another match against Naraku, who burned him and nearly damaged his eye before. Stone announced that Tony would defend the NXT Championship against Naraku next week.
Tony said he was not waiting 7 days. That eventually led to the two fighting in the parking lot after the main event. Robert Stone responded by making next week's championship match a street fight.
Yeah, that man said, "Oh, you're gonna wait 7 days because you're gonna die in 7 days." You ever seen The Ring?
Yes.
Zarya defeated the women's North American defended the North American Championship against Izzy Dane, Lizzie Rain, and Nikita Lyons. The match became increasingly chaotic when Natty and Carmen Petrovic came to ringside. Jada Parker attacked Petrovic, leading to a brawl involving Natty outside of the ring. Zarya speared Petrovic on the floor, returned to the ring, avoided Lyons' roundhouse kick, and finished her with a spear and a F5.
Zarya survived the challenge. Zarya survived the 3 challenges and an entire group of people fighting around the ringside. At this point, somebody may need to isolate her one-on-one if they want that championship.
I don't know. She just defeated a whole group pretty much.
It's all right. That's what she does.
Jackson Drake defeated Tavion Heights after repeatedly targeting Tavion's leg. Tavion fought through the damage, launched members of Vanity Projects with suplexes, and appeared to close into a victory, but he attempted another over-the-head belly-to-belly suplex, and Jackson Drake countered with the sunset flip and stole it with the pin.
Yes, another win for the Vanity Project, as if they don't get enough TV time. Another finish where somebody else walks away feeling like they almost had them.
Yeah, and it's perfect for them.
No, I
the
like
way
them.
they're building them as heels.
Like them. I do. I really, really do. They're perfect chicken heels.
Yeah,
exactly. I love it.
Yes.
They give me like cocky, like Shawn Michaels, like 1999 vibes too, a little bit.
Yeah, like hiding behind.
Yeah, behind China. It was just great. I love it. It reminds me of like OGDX. Yeah.
NXT also introduced Reina Volcan, who declared herself the first Dominican superstar in WWE. She compared herself to a volcano waking beneath the division and warned that NXT would not survive her. It would suffer her. Reina Volcan makes her debut next week.
Yes, that was a strong introduction. Now the match has to match the warning.
Yeah, so we'll see that when it comes to next week. The main event, we saw Kalani Jordan, Lola Vice, and Callie Armstrong compete for an NXT Women's Championship opportunity. All 3 women repeatedly broke up submissions and pinning combinations in a frantic closing stretch. Callie connected with the Callie Connection, but the impact sent Lola to the outside. Kalani then hit a 450 splash, only for Lola to return with a spinning roundhouse kick. Lola then collapsed onto Callie and scored the pin. And that visual was perfect. That was so Lola.
Yes, Lola is now next in line for the same championship she just lost.
That she should have had a rematch for anyway.
Yeah, exactly. And NXT Women's Championship. And as the show ended, Tony D'Angelo and Naraku were fighting in the parking lot, forcing Robert Stone once again to make next week's title match a street fight.
Yep, so that's how we ended, with chaos on pretty much all brands.
Yes, sir.
That brings us to our final segment, and that is Saturday night's main event card. Saturday night's main event takes place live from Madison Square Garden.
Boo!
And the show will stream on Peacock in the United States and Netflix internationally. So let's run down the card and make our predictions. for the women's tag team championships being defended by Paige and Brie against Fallon Henley and Lainey Reed. Is this where they finally lose the titles?
Or is this where Nikki comes back, helps them win, and then turns on both of them?
Tries to help them win and
True, that
has
too.
them lose it?
That too.
What are you going with?
I'm going to go with Fatal Influence. I don't care for neither one of these teams. But
I know you do.
I know you do.
I would love for them to win, but I think it's going to stick with Brie and Paige until Nikki comes back.
That too.
So
because they are building that.
I think that's going to be the whole thing.
A no disqualification match between as Danhausen faces JD McDonough. What's your prediction for that, Chris?
You know Danhausen's going to win, dude. There's going to be some kind of wacky stuff going on, I'm sure.
I'm down. I'm all for it.
Some kind of curse made. And
very evil, very nice. Very evil, very nice. Danhausen.
Is little Drewski going to come out again?
Or little Ben Stiller.
Little Ben Stiller. Hey, it works.
El Torito.
Ben Stiller is, is a Knicks fan, so it works.
A who? A Who's fan?
Yeah, I know. Sorry.
Yeah, it's too soon, dog.
Oh, man. Then we get the tag team action of the Undisputed WWE Champion, CM Punk, and Cody Rhodes facing Sami Zayn and Gunther.
Ooh.
That one's a tough one.
I'm going to say CM Punk and Cody win, or this match ends in like a no contest.
You think that Sami and Gunther are going to be at each other's throats, or are they going to be, going after a fellow enemy? Because,
Probably. Either they're going to work together, or they're going to either hate each other's guts, or what should happen is that Nick Aldis come through with the Stone Cold truck and beat the living daylights out of Gunther for putting his filthy, grubby little sausage fingers all over his neck. I'm not letting that one go.
Oh, man.
So I don't know. I'm going to say CM Punk and Cody Rhodes.
I feel like CM Punk and Cody Rhodes are going to have the biggest rift between each other, even though they're friends.
Yes.
There's going to be some, little innuendo of, them, one of them being the heel as they go into their match.
Exactly.
But I think they are going to still win, because what would be the point of having Gunther and Sami win unless you're going to change SummerSlam?
Yeah, true.
And I'd rather see a one-on-one than another multi-person match.
Yeah. And next we have, so who are you picking? Oh, you said CM Punk in there.
Yeah.
Bayley goes on one-on-one with Abby the Witch, Lyra Valkyria.
Oh, man. I think Lyra takes this one, man.
Me too.
Lyra's finally going to have her breakout against Bayley. She's going to get strapped as one of the top heel women. And I just think that's how that one's going to go.
Yes, sir.
Then we got the World Heavyweight Champion, Roman Reigns, who will also appear with NBA Champion Jalen Brunson, scheduled to attend the show.
My prediction for this match
Wemby's
is that,
coming out.
Yeah, Wemby and Castle Wemby, Castle, and what's his other name?
Wemby's gonna pull
Sean Penny, and then they're gonna have their white man with them.
They're gonna pull an NXT or a Nexus.
Yeah.
Wemby's gonna be choking Michael Cole.
No, you're wrong.
Pulling a DB for those words that he said about Wemby.
No, it's not. It's not gonna be Wemby. It's gonna be Pop. Pop's gonna be choking Michael Cole at the tie. And then he's gonna smack. He's gonna smack someone. Keep my Spurs name out your motherfucking.
Oh man! Oh, that would be so good.
I would. Sorry. No. Told you I was pissed off.
Oh man, that was good stuff right there. I don't really have any thoughts other than that on this thing.
Yeah.
But that's everything we have for episode 52. Let us know your predictions on Saturday night's main event, whether Cody Rhodes should defeat CM Punk at SummerSlam, and who you believe needs the victory more between Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins.
Yes, let us know if you're paying that $99 for Club WWE or if
Yeah,
WWE,
let me know what perks they have.
Yeah, for real. Or if WWE already gets enough of your money.
I mean,
Yes.
make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, follow us on every platform, and share the episode with a fellow wrestling fan. For Pat, I'm Chris, and this was your Wrestler Remarks.